Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for September 5th, 2016. Looking at the leaderboard, we have someone with a huge score, and someone with a middling score, and two people playing. So, this could go a lot of different directions. Starting with Lure, which is terrible. We do have Transporter and Collector. Collector... well, I mean, there's some uses for it, I would guess. We have unknown infestation types on a Salvage A ship. Salvage A means lots of scrap. Unfortunately, unknown infestation types means lots of potential risk. Lots of potential problems. Okay, so I have no power defense turrets. And I have one room to work with. And I have 6 lure to work with. And Transporter 2 is clear. See, here's my problem now. I just want to verify that. I've already... Okay, but it said that room 2 is clear. There is a... Oh, there's a generator in here, and there's some drones. Oh, come on! Okay, that's definitely in there. This is going to end my run if it doesn't work. No, this is just going to end my run. Okay. I really just do not like so many things about this. I already don't like lure to begin with. really, really don't like lure. Well, that's unhelpful for a number of reasons. That's also unhelpful. This is a huge ship, and an unknown number of infestation types. I'm strongly suspecting that's leapers, and it might just be leapers. That got rid of two of them, whatever they were. Unfortunately, right now, if I have a turret, it's probably an R13, which, until I know where the interface is, does me no good. There are interfaces everywhere else, but they don't have turrets with them, which means there may just be one turret on the ship. I just want to make sure that those two rooms are clear. I'm gonna run out of lures at this rate. Okay. The big question is still R9. And at this point, fortunately, I can actually make a path through to R2. It looks like R11 is safe. Unless there's potentially Swarm. Which I'm gonna have to take a risk on. Okay. But I can still get through R12. R12 is clear and safe. Okay, actually... Ah, oh, damn it. Lots of jumping around. Ultimately, I'm hopeful that something will move from R9 to R6 quickly. And if so, I can vent it. Whatever it may be. I think it's leapers. I haven't mentioned this. I think it's leapers because leapers take time to move from point to point. And just are not as fast as Swarm, and they deal damage to lures a little bit more incrementally. When I've seen Swarm on lures, it tends to take a little bit of damage, but it's very fast. It flashes fairly rapidly. When I've seen them attacked here, they have not been attacked very quickly. It's not that they haven't been destroyed very quickly. They flash a little bit and then they go idle, because the leapers have a delay between their attacks. I think R9 is clear. I'm going to risk 3. But the lure hasn't been attacked. Oh, there's 2 drones here. Trap and speed boost. Excellent. Okay. Turret and speed boost, actually. So turret gives me another interesting option. Okay, so this gives me a couple good options, couple interesting options. Unfortunately, I do not think I'm going to hit that 1100 mark. I think it's entirely possible on this ship. It's a big ship, for one. But I think I'm going to end up in a situation where I'm not going to be able to get in or out quickly enough. Unfortunately, there's just way too much. At this point, I also don't think I'm really going to be able to make use of the interface. So I'm going to go high risk. Tuga. I think it is just leapers entirely, and I think I'm worried for a lot of nothing. But it doesn't change that stuff can still go bad. Three still has my lure, so I'm going to check R8 that way. And pick up that one. If I'm able to get back into R2, oh, that's actually a really bad idea. No, I can make that work. It's a lot of shuffling around. And as always, I'm going to blame the lure. Unfortunately, I do also know there's still another generator somewhere, and it probably still doesn't have access to a turret either. So ultimately, it doesn't matter if I'm able to find anything. At least I have a turret now. The only thing I won't be able to react to immediately is a leaper. Unknown rooms and R7. So R8's going to be the last room I'm probably going to be able to check. I can't get to R2 anymore. I've got 2 minutes and 51 seconds, so... A3 seal integrity failing. That's okay. Unfortunately, that is it. The only other room I can get to... Doc. The only other room I can get to is... without a transporter signal in R2, I'm not going to be able to go any further. I will give it a minute or a few. But unfortunately, if that doesn't come back, I have nothing. Oh, and I've got a minute before 3 rooms are going to be hit. Everything is closed up. R7 is one of the rooms that's going to be hit, and R7 is one of the rooms that's critical that I not... lose. Pretty good chance of it being hit, too. So, let's see what happens. If those rooms get hit, probably going to be the end of the run. Definitely don't have as much as I could have gotten. Have a good bit of scrap. I vented, again, what I assume were jumpers into space. I couldn't use a turret. I didn't have the turret at that point. I kind of wish that I'd found out if they were leapers or if they were something else. Definitely coming up on time. One room's been exposed to the outside, so could be worse. So I did lose a room. Could have had a lot of stuff in that room. I don't know how Collector works, but I do know that if something gets vented, it's possible you'll pick it up. So I don't know if it tells you if you pick it up, or if it's just like the after action. Oh, you picked this up. I guess I can also dock to A2 because it's not going to matter where I am, and I don't expect to need... in case I do still need that. I do want to hold on for that last transporter signal. If I can get into R2, then I can get enough done. I can open D9, and then I can go in and out of R2. I do not know how long this is going to take. Transporter signals are entirely at their own rate, at their own speed. So I guess this might be a situation where I actually edit the video. Depends on how long it ends up taking. As far as today's activities, I've only encountered 2 hostiles, so it would not be surprising to me if there were more. I strongly suspect the 2 I encountered are the only ones, and it's entirely possible, even with the status of question, that it only has 1 type. Unfortunately, I didn't have a solid plan to get into R9 early on, especially as soon as I saw there was a drone there, and I think that was a mistake. I think I should have gone for it a little bit harder. There was ultimately nothing in the room, so if I had dropped a lure and then teleported out, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It would have been fine because there wasn't anything in there. I didn't know that, and I realized that if there was something in there, that would ultimately cut me off from that whole section of the ship, because I would not have access to R2 at that point, because there would be a roaming enemy that I couldn't identify, couldn't find. I have one transporter signal left. If it's in R2, I'm good to go. If it's not, this is over. As far as what the drone had, I have trap and turret, which trap I could have used to destroy one. I could put down a lure, trap, and probably keep using that lure. I don't think the lure gets destroyed by a trap. So that would have been an extremely effective way to use just one lure, and as soon as it gets attacked, hit trap. Or have two traps. Because that is kind of one of the problems, is trap. Is it trap or is it mine? I think trap is powerful enough to destroy a leaper. Mine is not. I could be wrong on that, though. One of them is powerful enough to... It's been a while since I used them. One of them is powerful enough to destroy a leaper. One of them is not. I would have been much happier with motion, honestly. The turret is a good choice because, again, you can shoot. But if it's leapers, I don't remember how effective turrets are against leapers. I mean, I'm feeling really bad here right now because I like to do these like after-action reports and analyses, and I actually haven't played Duskers on its own for so long that I don't recall how good some things are. And, I mean, obviously that's a bad thing. I'm going to have to fix that at some point. I do have Transporter 2. Excellent. Okay, and to the same extent, R7 I know is clear. And R8 I know is clear. I'm going to have to move my dock either way. So what I'm going to do, because I don't know, and I'm only hopeful, is I'm going to have to find out. Now, I haven't had any problems with slime so far, so I'm going to assume that slime is not a problem. I haven't had any problems with swarm so far. I haven't heard swarm in R11 or anything like that, so I'm going to have to assume swarm is not a problem. What I'm going to do is I've lured R7 and I've trapped R7. If something attacks the lure, I'm going to attack back. If the lure continues to be damaged, I will know that it hasn't killed it, and I'll go in with one with the turret. As far as room sizes, I could be dealing with any number of things, but that's a lure, so that's pretty... Okay, that scared me. Same deal. Opening D29. That probably opens into the same room. Now, is the trap still being attacked? Doesn't look like it. It is a leaper. It was destroyed. Here's what I'm going to hope for. Here's actually something else entirely random. Just as a question to everyone out there that plays Duskers and the few people that watch my videos. Have you noticed the strange phenomenon, and maybe it's just a confirmation bias, but if you look at this map right now, I just noticed this again. If you look at this map right now, I have door 14 and 28 on R2. 28 is twice of 14. I have door 6 and 12 and 12 and 24 on R5. 12 is twice of 6, 24 is twice of 12. I have doors 13 and 26 on R8. I have 16 and 32 on R16. I have noticed this many times. Oh, because I moved it. Okay. I've noticed this many times, and it always kind of boggles my mind a little bit. If you know the answer, I am extremely curious. There's one defense. It might be an R17. Before I actually... No, I need to do this. Okay, yeah. It might be an R17. It might not. I don't know. But I do know that one trap will kill a leaper. So that's all I need to know. On R7, 15 and 30. I notice this all the time. And I'm wondering, maybe you know, and if you do, please leave a comment. Is this a phenomenon where it's just because of how there's only so many numbers to number a door? Or is this possibly some part of the programming for the game? Because I'm extremely curious what causes it. If there's anything specifically that causes it. I thought that was another leaper for a moment there. The gun was in R16. I am going to... Before I power everything down, I am going to send 3 over. I'm going to drive 3 over. And double check that the interface. Just in case it had... Just in case it had ship scan or something that would be of use. I will not be able to close the door. Because I cannot close D9. I can close D14 though, so let's go ahead and get everyone out. Because I like my ships to be tidy and put everything back in its place. Unfortunately, I can't close D9. Not an option. So, lucrative ship. Okay, everyone out. Everyone out now. If it's safe to go into 9, 2, and 7, I'll go and pick up my stuff. I'm gonna assume that was a false report. Oh, can't pick it up because it's damaged. Interesting. I completely forgot about fixing the door, because of course I'm AR like that. I'm just going to go ahead and let A3 fail, because eventually it's going to, and I'm on my way out. So, unfortunately I missed whatever's in 16. The turret is obviously in 16, and it didn't really help. It wouldn't have really helped much, because moving leapers around with lure is not very practical. If I had motion or sensors, I could have at least detected when they left a room, and that would have been very helpful. And that's why I do like sensors more than lure, is because you can see when they move, and not just have this one-time use of they're attacking it. Well, it's not one time, but it's still limited use, limited function. And I think that's very limiting, and I don't like that. So, overall, a successful run, a fairly long run. 37 minutes, wow. So, not going to compare with that 110. Wow, what was in our 16? Because I didn't take any damage, I didn't lose anything, and he made 80 points more than me? I wonder if there was a drone, or maybe there was a different upgrade? That's a little odd. Because if there was a drone that had scan, that could have been really effective. Thomas 41701 made 1030 as well, so I'm actually going to feel pretty confident that I got everything that I could. And something happened with Baron Humpert von Gickingen, because I believe I've seen him make top on a couple other boards as well. Not always. I think he was the one that made a really strange score one day. I'm really curious about this now, see if I remember it. This is going back pretty far, though. No. So, congratulations, Baron Humpert von Gickingen. And if you've already done yours, good luck. If you haven't, well, I'd prefer you do beforehand so you get it fresh and we're just comparing effort. But I do hope you enjoy the video, and have a good day.